Hey guys, today I got a tool haul for y'all. So without further ado, let's get into it. First off, I got these clamps made by Kant Twist Company, made in USA. And it's the 2.5D model. I've been using these at work lately quite a bit. They've really come in handy when it comes to clamping things down in tight spaces or doing a welding job. So it's got these multi-purpose jaws on it. Use it for a variety of different things, but these are really handy. So that's the 2.5D. All right. Next one. It's a 4.5 inch one. See if I can make that out. 4.5D. There we go. And same company, made in USA. Just a bigger version of it. So 4.5 inch model. But pretty much same thing, only bigger size. So, and the little guy. Tell you what, the guys, this thing is, I don't know, interesting. Let's put it like that. But got a little thumb wheel to loosen or tighten the jaws, and it's pretty interesting. It's unique. It's kind of cute actually, but I think this is just made out of steel. These other ones, if I remember right, they're nickel or zinc plated or something like that, but this one is just plain old steel, I believe. So, but either way, for those really small jobs, and they're out there, this one will really come in handy. But got a nice little knurl on the handle there, but yeah, I like that one. So, all right, here we go. Now, I don't have any pullers, or I did not have any pullers before this one. And doing my research, and from past experience with cheap pullers out there, ones I use at work, unfortunately, sometimes, this is what I came up with. I figured if I was going to get one, I was going to get one that is made well, isn't infuriating to use like some of those other ones, and made in the USA. So it's, let's turn this around. PosiLock, that's who makes these. But boy, these are built nicely though. I mean, I compare them to what I normally use at work, which are those cheap ones, and this one is just worlds better. I mean, wow. Right now I'm advancing pullers down so they can widen out. Another thing it came with is this tip right here that attached to the end of this screw right here, so you don't damage this part. You just keep it all right there, and it's a nice flat with a little point to make good contact with a shaft or whatever. So, and you got this part right here that actually advances this right here and helps you pull off that bearing or whatever you're doing. But really nice, really beefy. I was really impressed, and it's going to be a good long-term tool to have around here. All right, Ingersoll Rand. I got myself a 30-piece Carbide burr set. You know, I was going back and forth, you know, between this set and several other sets. I know you can get some that are made in the U.S. I'm sure they're good. These are made in China, but they have a decent name behind them. But we'll see about that, right? But for a 30-piece set, with your 1/4-inch shafts and your 1/8 inch shafts, I figured it was worth a try. Because if I would have gone the other route where the USA made ones, like I say, which I'm sure are good, but for what I paid for this, I would have gotten maybe 12 pieces total. Whereas with this, I get a 30-piece set. I believe these are obviously carbide with a tin coating, something like that. So we'll see how these hold up. I ran into a couple things at home here where these would have really come in handy, but I didn't have it, so I made it work with something else. But now that I have these, we'll be putting them to the test whenever we can to see how they hold up, see how they're made. So comes in a really nice box too, little latch, nicely painted. It's good stuff. All right, next one. Yep, you know it. A 1/4" drive flex head ratchet by none other than SK. So the deal behind this is I have SK's standard or normal 1/4" drive ratchet, and that one is only about this long from the head to about right here, and it's great for super tight places. But I was thinking I may as well get this to complement that one. It's a bit longer, it's got more flexibility obviously, and a little bit more leverage with the length. But yeah, as always, sounds super solid. I just love the way these SK ratchets sound. And if I always want to, I can always switch out the ratcheting mechanism for a higher tooth count. But right now, I'm good, guys. But man, knurling, yeah, I've said it before, that's one of my favorite features, or one of my favorite features on these SK ratchets, but like it. All right. I finally got myself some brass punches, and I already used one within the first day or two I had them. But let's see, let's flip this around. Made by Mayhew. It's a really good name out there. Made in USA. Well-made tool. I like the knurling on these too. But it's one thing to have a brass hammer, but if you're trying to strike something off, say if you have a brass hammer then a steel punch, well, that doesn't really help you much. So you need an actual piece of brass so you can strike whatever you're working on. So anyway, you got several different styles here. This one slightly tapered down right there, pretty much straight all the way through, and as you've seen, this little guy here. So I figured it was time, and it was a good sale price, so I went ahead and got it. So these will be around for a while, as long as I don't tear them up too bad. All right, now this one. All right, now you guys know I like my Starrett tools. Starrett pin vise. The reason I got this, if I can get it out of here, there we go, is I have some small precision files, and I needed a good solid way of holding on to them when I'm doing some fine filing, if you know what I mean. So I went ahead and got this one. See here, they make all different kinds to hold a variety of sizes, but the one I got, there's the capacity right there, 45 thousandths to 135 thousandths. So, and I test them out with my files, and it'll work out really nicely. In fact, hold on a second. All right, here's a file right here, or one of these small ones. So let's open this up. Slip that down in there. Tighten it up, and there we go. Now I got myself a really nice handle, one that's made out of some good steel with some good knurling. I like it. So that's what I got it for. So take that out. Let's see what. Let's get a closer look. Number 240-C. That's the one I got. Starrett. But good tool. It'll come in handy. All right. And guess what? Another Starrett tool that I don't have, or didn't have until now. Here we go. Another way of putting taps out there. So now this one, boy, as soon as I opened it up and picked it up, I was like, man, that is impressive. I've used some cheap ones at work and they don't come close to this. Number 93C. That's the model I got. I think it's like a 3.5 inch depth or whatever, length, whatever you want to call it. But check those jaws out. Boy, those are beefy. And as always, crazy good workmanship on these tools. But sweet. Take this handle out. Just use a little piece of spring wire, whatever you want to call it. Kind of put tension on the handle itself. Slide the handle in. Keep it right there. Keep it right there. Whatever. But I like it. If I was going to have one, I was going to have a good one. And I think this will do for now. So, all right. And one more thing. Yep, another hammer. Now this one is made by Trusty-Cook. Relatively new name to me. I'm sure not to other people out there. I'm sure it's been around for a while, but I recently learned about this. And this, I do not have this style. I did not have this style of hammer yet. It's a dead blow with it's like a flat face on both sides. So normally if this would be like a ball peen hammer, you'd have the little ball side on this side, but this is flat on both sides. But as soon as I picked it up out of the box, I'm like, yep, this is the real deal. It's kind of a compact size too. It's not really big or long, but it's got good weight and it's got a great texture or grip on this handle. I really like that. Even with oily or greasy hands, I think that would still work really nicely. So, and as you can see, made in USA, gotta love it. So there it is. All right, hope you guys enjoyed. Got something out of all that. If you have any questions about these, feel free to ask. As far as where I got them from, pretty much everything you saw here, well, it was from Zoro. They had a 25% off going on, so that's usually when I try to pick up tools if I'm going to get them. And this one, the hammer, I got from Trick Tools. It's a really good place out there. I would highly recommend them. Great customer service. Yeah, so with that, hope you guys enjoyed. Thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, but I'll catch you later.